And we're back. We are just taking it easy, as we like to do. We're not getting in a big hurry or anything. But we are on our way to Stain. We're going to get out of Catch. It's not really for us. There's nothing here. Just data sites is all I'm finding. Not that there's anything wrong with data sites, but we are looking for both relic and data sites. So we need to go to a place where they are. And I thought Catch was good, but it's not great. I'm just gonna, we got a few jumps. So we're not gonna take a long time in here. We're just gonna see kind of what's here on our way out.
Warp drive active.
So, nothing, just a combat site. We'll probably wind up running some gate camps tonight. We'll see what happens with that. It's not uncommon, especially not once we get to Stain. There's a corp mate in here. Sophia Dur. She just joined today. She's been awarded stuff. Blockade Runner of the Month award. Cool. The Flying Tigers.
Warp drive active. Warp drive active.
Just to show that we're picking up right where we left off. I still have about 11.2 million in the cargo hold. And that's where we are right now.
Warp drive active.
And yes, we're just ignoring the signatures in these empty systems. I know I shouldn't do that, but we're gonna try and make wise use of our time and only explore and Stain tonight. Which it's not very far away now. We're about halfway there.
Warp drive active.
So something I've noticed that you sometimes have to do is press the cloak key more than once. You gotta press it a few times to get it to work sometimes. Because of the way the ticking works on the server side, what you see on your screen is not always exactly what's happening on the server. There's a bit of a discrepancy at all times between what's on the screen and what's happening server side. So to keep everything in sync, CCP uses what a lot of MMOs use, this sync feature, where every 2 seconds is what's called a tick, and in this time, whatever happens every 2 seconds is logged rather than it being logged perfectly in real time, because that's just there are just too many inputs. So sometimes your jump command and your cloak command don't always happen on the same tick, and that can be really scary. But as long as you don't decloak while spamming your cloak button, you should be fine. See, in this case it happened at the exact same time. That's what you really want to happen. But sometimes your click and the cloak are separated by a tick, and that gives people an opportunity to target you and so on. There are some ship builds that people will put together designed to align and warp in less than 1 tick, so it counts as instantly warping even though it's not technically instant.
Warp drive active.
So we're not many jumps out now. Yeah, just 2 more jumps.
Warp drive active.
And here we are, we're jumping into Stain now. Let's take a look at the star map. We'll look at some statistics on the star where we're going. Jumps in the last hour, and ships destroyed in the last hour. Okay, we'll keep it on that. It looks like it gets kind of evil at the usual choke point in the center of the region. We'll take our time getting there. And for right now, we'll just go ahead and deploy probes and start scanning down the system. And you might wonder why I don't warp to a planet or some other safe thing. It's so that I can actually see them coming and going out of the stargates. Staying here, I can see them in my overview on the right, and I can see who comes and goes and what they're flying. That helps a lot. So you don't have to rely solely on D-scan. Some of you have asked, how do I join Signal Cartel? Who do I talk to? I'll show you the corporation. This is Signal Cartel. If you search them, you'll find them. And they keep their, we have 595 members, big corporation. Oh, here's a relic site. And you'll find them easily. And yes, they're recruiting right now, and they've made instructions very easily. You might want to have an API key ready. They'll want to read your emails and make sure you're not plotting anything weird. They do that. And a requirement of staying in the corporation is keeping the API open. So if they ever become suspicious of you, if they can check your API, they feel a little bit better.
Warp
But
drive active.
I haven't had any trouble from them. Nothing like that. Everybody's pretty cool here. Signal Cartel. So here we go. We'll start scanning. We'll scan the cargo of these items and kind of triage, figure out which is the best to hit first. Okay. In this case, it seems not to really matter. Ooh, that's the one we want right there at 43. So, here we go. It begins. $16 million. Just like that. Now 16 million at first always seems like a lot, but then, you know, once you have about 200 million, 16 million suddenly doesn't seem like very much at all. Isn't that a lesson of basic economics that we're all familiar with? There's a bunch of other stuff in here, but I don't think it's anything. Walkway debris, rip superstructure, that's kind of nothing. It just looks like a lot. And the whole time we're doing this, we're just kind of watching local and making our money. We'll see what's in their contents as we approach. They're both pretty good. I'll take it all. I like to clean out the relic sites. Because later, as I come back through, I hope that more spawn. Is the reason I am so thorough. But if there's nothing in it, I don't waste my time. Yeah, like if the crate is totally empty, I don't even unlock it, so that the site despawns. People complain, but you know, it's every man for himself. Go fuck yourself. You know, that's the whole point of EU. Is like, yeah, it's time over money. That's all it is. It's not because I'm trying to be a dick. I just don't have time for that shit. Alright, we're already up to 45 million. See, I couldn't look at that. I knew it was a lot of stuff, but I couldn't look at it and tell that it was good. That's why I try to loot them all, because you just don't know. And I mean, yeah, I recognize some items as being worth a lot, but it's hard to know every item and whether it's good or not. Okay, and we continue on.
Warp drive active.
We are already in stain now. We got a couple easy jumps ahead of us. It's gonna be nice and easy.
Warp drive.
There's nothing here, so we move on. And here, we won't go the path. We'll take this extra step and go to EC0SR. Combat site. We'll load the probes back up. And see, we're already aligned to our next destination.
Warp drive active.
So all we have to do is warp. I'll be right back. One moment, I have to grab something and put my book back. Okay, I didn't jump because I wanted to make sure that I'm right about the path I'm taking. Oh yeah, this is how I wanted to go. Yep. So there we go.
Warp drive active.
There's nothing here. It looks like people are getting kind of nasty down there, destroying ships and stuff.
Warp drive active.
I hope they don't try to drag me into that. So here we are. We're making a choice now to jump into this. What seems to be a gate camp, or maybe where someone is tied. 20 jumps in the last hour, it could get kind of nasty. So, here we go. We're not afraid, are we? This is what we live for.
Warp